Hello, this is Pastor Carl Johnston with the Atlanta, Ebenezer, and Hopedale United Methodist Churches, the Prairie Winds Parish. Today is Wednesday, and we're on our third day of our devotion. We're in Psalm 100 this week. Psalm 100 has 5 verses. On Monday, I covered verse 1. Yesterday, I covered verse 2. And today, we look at verse 3. Verse 3 reads, "Know that the Lord is God. It is He that made us, and we are His. We are His people, and the sheep of His pasture." We're coming up to Mother's Day. And one of the things that we come to understand is that mothers can become very protective of what they see and believe and know is their child. For example, if I walked up to some woman and said to her, "Is that your child?" And she said yes, and I said, "No, it's not. It's mine. I'm taking him home." Can you only imagine the amount of screaming, the noise, the calling of the police? Can you imagine the drama that would happen if I ever said anything like that? Now, I wouldn't, but imagine somebody saying to a woman, "That's not your child." The woman would be very quick to say, "Oh, yes, it is. That child grew within me. I gave birth to that child. I walked the floor with that child. I diapered that child. I fed that child. I've done a lot of things with that child. Don't you tell me that it's not my child. This child belongs to me." It's an amazing thing. And one of the things I learned when I was first stationed in Alaska in the Army, they told us, don't ever get between a mother bear and her cub. Do not ever get in between a mother moose and her calf, because if you do, we'll send a really nice letter home to your family, because they will kill you. Now, you think of moose, kind of everybody watches Rocky and Bullwinkle, but a mother moose will trample you to death. To think that her young calf, her offspring, is in any danger, and there is nothing, and mostly probably all creation that is dangerous as a mother bear protecting her cub, because it belongs to them. Now, this summer, and in June, as a matter of fact, on the 6th of June this year in 2020, we're going to be celebrating the 75th anniversary of the D-Day landing. Now, because of that, I've been listening to some World War II music. One of the songs that I have been listening to is by a female singer by the name of Jo Stafford. Jo Stafford recorded a song called "You Belong to Me." It was about her service member boyfriend who was either in Egypt or flying an airplane across the sea or being in the jungles, and how when he was lonely and when he was blue, she would still say, and the refrain of the song is, "You belong to me." Now, if I knew how to, I would attach it to this video, but I don't. Jo Stafford, "You Belong to Me." Take a listen to it. But I want you to listen to it not just as a great song from World War II, and not just as a great love song, but that sense that no matter where you are, and no matter how lonely you are, and how blue you are, you still belong. And if it's true of a man and a woman, how much more is it of God and us? You belong to me. Listen to Jo Stafford sing "You Belong to Me," and think of it as God singing it to you. That you belong to me no matter where you go, no matter what you do. You belong to me. You are my child. I created you. We're created in the image of God. We have been given an intellect, a memory, and a will. We are created in the image of God. We are fearfully and wonderfully made, the Bible tells us. And God says, know that the Lord is God. Take some time. Recognize that God is God. There's a lot of things in your life that may be in competition for that. But God wants to be number one. Know that the Lord is God. It is He that made us. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. We are His. We are His people. Now, back here, I have a coffee cup. Now, when I was in the Army, I attained the rank of major. And when I made the rank of major, I got promoted, and somebody gave me this coffee cup. This coffee cup is mine. It belongs to me. Now, could other people drink out of it? Yes, with my permission, but this belongs to me. There's a sense where God has said to you and to me, you are mine, and I love you. Even like a parent, sometimes the kids will do things and say things, and you'll go, where did that come from? And maybe it came from us. But even if the kids misbehave, even if they act up, they're our kids. And God looks at us and says, you are mine. And then he does this very country kind of metaphor. You are, and the sheep of his pasture. God looks at you and me and thinks how we need to be fed and nurtured and cared for. And God has said, I will be your shepherd. Gee, sounds like another psalm, doesn't it? Psalm 23, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not. You've heard that one. Here we have it again. God saying to you, to me, I love you. I care about you. You're important. You know, that's something for you to think about.